Welcome to Cobra Convos, the official podcast of Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute. This is where real conversations meet real opportunities. I'm your host, Ethan Hall, and each episode we highlight the people, programs, and stories that make CCC&TI a place where futures take shape. Today we'll be talking about teacher education and everything that comes along with that, so let's get into that conversation. Today I'm here with...
I'm Mandy White, the Director of Teacher Education.
Okay, Mandy, so why does teacher education matter?
I believe teacher education matters because teaching is very rewarding. You make a difference in the lives of children and students every day. You touch a life. My favorite age group to work with is 3-year-olds, or was 3-year-olds. Now it's adults, but when I worked in a classroom with 3-year-olds, I knew every single day when I went to work that they were going to be excited to see me. They were going to be excited that I was there. And so it's just a very rewarding field to be a part of, to know that you're there making a difference in their lives and helping them feel that they matter to someone.
A teacher education is kind of the overall term for the different programs and certificates that live under that. Teacher education, which is kind of the overall term for the department. There's early education, which is age 0 through 8. And then there's teacher preparation, which is more that traditional teacher role.
In teacher education, we have several different programs or pathways for students. We have early childhood education, which is appropriate for students who want to work with children birth to 8 years old. So students that want to work in child care centers, Head Start centers, maybe they want to be a family support person or a licensing consultant for child cares. We also have teacher preparation, and the pathways in teacher preparation are suitable for folks that want to work in elementary schools or middle schools and high schools. So we really serve all age groups in terms of teaching. So there's a pathway for any age group that you would like to teach. In early childhood and teacher preparation, we have transfer pathways. And so students that would like to come in and stay with us for 2 years and then transfer to a 4-year university to earn a teaching license so they can work in a public school system, they can come to us first. This is their first step, and we prepare them for that experience at the university. So it's a 2+2 pathway. We have a statewide articulation agreement with all the North Carolina universities. And so that means that students can come here and they can choose which university that they would like to transfer to earn either elementary ed licensure, birth through kindergarten licensure. They can sit for licensure in middle grades, high school. So we really work hard in advising and trying to figure out what students, which grade level they would like to teach, and then help them choose the appropriate university for that pathway. A lot of our students like to go to App State, and App State is known for their teaching program, and so we encourage our folks in teacher education to transfer to App State, and also our folks in early childhood education can transfer to the child development program at App State as well. So we have a strong articulation agreement there.
Awesome. So people who want to teach and get their teaching license in North Carolina, this is a great place to start if they want to do it kind of more at their pace, maybe a little cheaper. It's a great gateway into the industry.
I think one of the beautiful things about starting with us is that we get you in the classroom that first semester. So you're going to have experience with the age group that you would like to teach. And so you can decide early on, is this really the age group I want? I thought I wanted to do high schoolers, but now maybe I want to try lower grades instead of high schoolers. Maybe it's a little bit too challenging for you. Or vice versa. Maybe you thought you wanted to do elementary or early childhood, but after being in that classroom for a little bit, maybe that's not the right fit for you. So we help students find that fit, and we do it right out of the gate.
So teacher education students get a lot of hands-on experience.
Yes, they get a lot of hands-on experience. Our curriculum is focused on hands-on learning, so students do projects, they are out in the field doing activities in the classroom. They do observations, they do teacher interviews. So they also spend time in the field for their lab hours, sort of like a student teaching, but not as extreme as student teaching. But they have, in our teacher preparation programs, they're going to spend around 96 lab hours in a dedicated classroom with a classroom teacher. And then in early childhood, they're going to spend 144 lab hours in a classroom. So they really do get a lot of experience in the field and can decide, if this is the right fit for them.
So one great thing about this program is the flexibility. There's online options, there's in-person options. Do you want to go over the flexibility?
Absolutely. We understand that our students have busy lives. A lot of our students are adult learners, so they come to us maybe already working with families with a lot of obligations. So we offer our classes in several different formats. We do offer online classes, and many of our classes are offered in an 8-week format so that students can focus on fewer classes at one time. And also, if they want to finish at an accelerated pace, they can do that. We also offer hybrid classes, which means that students have a portion of the class online and then also have the opportunity to come in and meet with that instructor and their classmates, which I think is a great blend for many students. And then we have traditional classes, so students that are on campus and just come and sit like you would in a traditional class. Lots of flexibility there. And just because you start one way doesn't mean you have to finish that way. You can kind of mix up your classes to suit your needs. You can be a part-time student in our program, you can be a full-time student, and you can start whenever you need to start. We don't really cohort, so that means a student could start in the middle of the semester if they would like. So we try to bring them in when they're ready to go.
So on top of all that flexibility, there's also a lot of resources available for these students, including Boost NC. So we had a whole podcast about Boost NC, and you can go check that out to see if you're eligible, but that's a great opportunity for teacher preparation students.
Yes, speaking of Boost, we also have other financial resources for students that are specific for students that want to enter the field of teacher education. We have of course, a lot of our students qualify for federal aid, but there's also several scholarships in North Carolina. Teach, they're both called Teach North Carolina and Teach, but Teach North Carolina for teacher preparation students, and then also Teach for folks that are in early childhood. They can add that to their federal aid as well. So we encourage students to apply for those resources. There's lots of opportunities out there for students to receive aid.
So there's institution aid, like the foundation, and there's state level, like Boost, and then there's federal level. So there's a lot of opportunity.
And I also want to make a plug for our teacher pipeline with Caldwell County Schools. So if you are an employee with Caldwell County Schools, you can apply to be in our teacher pipeline, which is an initiative that we have between Caldwell County Schools, Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute, and App State. So those employees receive some aid to take classes with us and also at App State to earn that teaching license. So there's just a lot of opportunity that students can take advantage of to earn that teaching license.
So earlier you mentioned the advising role that you and your other instructors have. And I think it's similar across the programs here at CCC&TI, but there's a strong faculty support for these students.
I think one of my favorite parts of our program is our faculty. All of the faculty that we have in teacher prep and early childhood have experience in the field, and so a lot of our adjunct faculty are still working in the field, so they bring that real experience to the classroom, but they understand where students are, where they are and where they're coming from, and the challenges that they may face to becoming a teacher. And so we all bring that to the table, so it helps us to recognize what students need. And so we really strive to listen to our students and really spend one-on-one time with them during advising. And we have them for multiple classes, so we get to know our students pretty well. and we're spending time in the field with them. So we just get to know them on a deeper level. And so we really work hard at making sure students are supported, and that we hear what they want and what they need and what their educational and career goals are. So I'm really proud of our faculty, and I think it's really a true representation of our commitment to the field and helping grow teachers.
You mentioned earlier about a teacher pipeline in collaboration with Caldwell County Schools. What other collaboration is there with Caldwell County and Watauga County and surrounding counties for the students who are in this program? They go and get those classroom hours in a classroom, in a school.
Sure.
So what does that look like?
I'm glad you mentioned Watauga County, because we do have our program on both campuses. We serve both counties. But we have collaborations with the school systems in both counties. Our students are in different schools, in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, all across the counties. We work with all the child care centers in the counties. They welcome our students in, they welcome us in, they serve on our advisory boards. We just work strongly with the community resources that we have. Some of the collaborations that we do, our students participate in Kinderpalooza each March with Caldwell County Schools. They participate in the Caldwell County Health and Safety Fair. So there's a huge community support for our students, and we try to support the resources in our community, and they support us. But we do have strong relationships with those different agencies throughout the community and different schools and child care centers and even family child care homes that we work with.
So students have a lot of options in this program. We've discussed all of that. Whenever they graduate from CCC&TI, what does a career path look like for students that come through this program?
So there's so many directions that students can go in through education. So early childhood educator, again, that would be working with children birth to 8. So in a child care center, Head Start center, an NC pre-K classroom in the public school. They could become a child care administrator where they run their own child care center. They could work with family support. They could do training. There's just so many different avenues for an early childhood educator. And then they could be an elementary school teacher. They could be a middle school teacher. They could be a high school teacher if that's their goal. We prepare them for that career option. Some of our students even decide or choose to be special education teachers, so they transfer into special education at the university and serve that population as well. And then some students decide that they want to stop at the associate degree, and that's fine too. They can work in a public school as a teaching assistant or an instructional assistant or support staff. They can work as a one-on-one with a child that has delays or disabilities. So there's just lots of career options out there for education. And one of the great things about education too is that you can continue to grow. You can continue to move up in the field. So if you start as an elementary school teacher, you might end up as an assistant principal or a principal of a school, but there's just lots of opportunity for growth too.
If there's somebody out there watching this and they're kind of feeling that draw to be a teacher, where do they start? How do they start at CCC&TI, either on our Caldwell campus or our Watauga campus?
So I would say give us a call. You can call me, and I would love to talk to you because I love our program and I love to talk to students about the different options that we have. You could call student services. We have admissions folks in student services that are dedicated to teacher education, so they can give you the same information as well and kind of tell you where to get started and what classes that you'll need. And you can come visit us, come to campus, talk to us, visit a class. But the first step is just to give us a call, shoot us an email, get online and hit that apply button and just apply, and we're happy to talk to you about the different career options and degree options that we have.
All right. So if you have any questions about the program, you're interested in joining us, if you want a great local affordable education, you can come right here to CCC&TI. All of the information is down in the show notes. So Mandy's information will be there. The program information will be there. Is there anything you want to tell Cobra Nation before the end?
If you've ever dreamed about being a teacher, now's the time to do it.
Awesome. Well, with that, thank you so much for watching Cobra Nation. Just do it. Become a teacher. We have the resources for you. We have money to give you. We're just waiting on you. So apply, come see us, talk to us, call us, email us. Again, all the information is in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.